Happy Monday, you heathen peoples. Alright, I have a freaking rant about YouTube real quick, and that's what I'm going to do real quick. I don't have a whole lot to talk about other than that. Alright, so there might be 2 videos this week. Yay, nobody watches them anyway, it's great. YouTube, what are you doing? Are you just trying to get me to get the premium, whatever, what YouTube Red or whatever the hell it's called? Like, talk to me. What are you doing? I just watched a video. Well, listen to it really, because I'm driving. So, and in a not so long period of time, I mean, the video was probably, 17 minutes, something like that. And there's usually the ad at the front and then the ad at the end, and that's fine. I can deal with the ad at the front and the ad at the end. But when you put 4 ads in the middle of it and they're spaced out by like 6 minutes, it ruins the content of said video. At least on like like a TV show or something, at least they plan for the commercials, so they end that section of whatever. But you can't do that with YouTube videos. You can't, because we don't know as content creators when you're going to put the ads in, and we can't say, oh, the ad needs to go here and here. That way, you're in the middle of a freaking rant that's hilarious. And Febreze, blah, 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 blah. It's, what are you doing? What are you doing? You guys it's greedy. Quit. Most of these creators don't even make money off their content. Knock it off. There's no reason that you should be putting ads in the middle of a video. None. Quit it. Just knock it off. All you're gonna do is ruin your freaking your platform, and then you're gonna lose all your content creators. And guess who makes you money? YouTube and Google and Alphabet Soup and whatever else you want to call it. I don't know. Who makes you the money? Well, the advertisers do. No. Without the content creators, there are no advertisers. What do you not understand about this? Why are you ruining people's freaking content? It's really, really aggravating. There's no reason for it. I'm lost. I'm at a brain, no worky, no words, English broke. Very rarely I get this upset where I'm not pissed off, but I'm extremely aggravated, and it's very rare that the words don't trickle down from my brain and out of my mouth. That's how annoyed I am right now. I don't get it. I don't understand. And then you got the cancel culture thing, and then like my videos, I've got like less than 10 and 0 views, pretty much, like 4 views tops. It's not even worth talking about. And then you got my buddy Tamario College, and I watched one of his videos, and I hadn't, because I was just like, yeah, whatever, and he's actually got some pretty good content. I'm impressed, but he can't get any views. He's got like, hardly any subscribers. And it's partially my fault because I don't share his stuff, but like, it's almost as if, you know, YouTube's more worried about making money than content creators. Because you should be able to go in your fucking, in the Explore section, and it should be just a multitude of everything. I went through there the other day, just out of curiosity. It was mainstream stuff. And propaganda mostly, but it had very, very few, like, small content creators. And that's messed up, man. That's messed up. Like, how are people supposed to find your stuff when basically decreasing the amount of foot traffic through your channel? You know, and there's other people that have complained about this before that have way more of a following than I'll ever have. And they say the same thing. Freaking cow crap. I'm trying not to cuss in my videos as much. It's manure. You know, at least manure is useful. So I think it's an empty douche bottle. That's what I think it is. It's useless. I don't know. Like I said earlier, nobody's going to watch this anyway, but I'm going to keep making videos just for this is for me. It's not for anybody else, really. I enjoy ranting and raving and getting it out of here. And so there's that. There's a lot of that. I do have something else to talk about. Like, I got a new drive tire put on my bike this weekend, and I'm gonna make it really, 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 really simple for you folks. If you don't know what you're doing when you're working on anything, especially motorcycles, spend the money and take it to somebody or sell it. Period. Like, I'm mechanically inclined. I can work on my own stuff. The only reason I took it to my buddy is because I don't have a tire machine and a bouncing machine to do that stuff, and he does. So I don't have a problem taking it, you know, for tires and crap like that. But if you don't know what you're doing, especially when it comes to, like, I don't know, brakes, bearings, axles, stuff like that, that will kill you if you put it together incorrectly, don't work on it. Don't. And the reason, there was two main things, the reason I say this, okay? Like, the rear brake caliper on that motorcycle, and I should have caught it when I bought it. Yeah, whatever. Shut up. Like, the slave cylinder bolts, I can't say slave anymore. Mr. Slave cylinder bolts, there we go. I can say that. It's a South Park reference now. Somebody took a saw or a cold chisel and they cut an X into it. So they can use a screwdriver and pull the bolts out, which is fucking stupid when you can get a pair of vice grips on them pretty easy. Just saying. That's how I got them off. But there was that. There is, and the caliper itself, you can move it with your hand with the bolts tight. The bushing inside of the caliper is just trash. And that's probably from a poor installation. That's what I'm going to go with, is a poor installation. But like I said, if you don't know what you're doing when you're working on these pieces of equipment, especially motorcycles, especially, oh yeah, the other thing, let me finish the thought. Don't touch it unless somebody is there to help you. Alright? If if you aren't mechanically inclined, please, for the sake of your own life, don't work on it. Don't. Because it will kill you. It will come back and bite you. Motorcycles are nothing to play with. I usually don't say stuff like this because I'm like, yeah, whatever, go ahead and die, I don't care. This part is for you. Pay attention, ask for help, let your pride go to the wayside. It's not worth it. Oh, the other part that was messed up, one of the axle bushings on the right side, this is how tight they had the axle nut. We had a 4-foot cheater on a big crescent wrench to break the axle nut loose, and it took, hell, I think the old boy weighs 165, 170 pounds. He ain't huge, you know. Neither am I though. And he picked his feet up off the ground and nudged it, and it finally came loose. But one of the bushings on the axle on the right side, it was so tight that it beveled itself on the wheel. I'm like, why? So now I have to order new bushings. Pretty much rebuild the rear end because I'm going to do bushings, bearings, everything this winter. Belt, sprocket, caliper, primary. I'm going to do these fucking guys. Primary. I'm going to go through the bike and get it up to par. That way next year I can take a trip on it, you know. Anyway, that's my rant. You're welcome. Blah, 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 blah. Vita say, all that bullshit. Enjoy. God bless America, because nobody says it enough. But that's what I got. Peace out.